possibly a Kryptonian,
Yes.
and that so that
Today, Junior!
Alright, so Snyder-Con happened, and all the people, all the grifters, saying that, Gal Gadot was going to be there, and Zack Snyder was going to have a huge announcement, and all the Green Lantern deleted scene was going to show there. All those grifters that were saying that for weeks. I think it's time to stop believing them. What do you guys think? I don't know. But anyway, I just want to talk about Zack Snyder's idea, because I'm still thinking about it. I did that stream where I was talking about it while playing Harry Potter, but I just want to give a few more thoughts on that. Zack Snyder making the Kryptonians the origin for all of the old gods and the Themyscirans and Wonder Woman, where she got her powers was from a Kryptonian. Like, that idea in itself is so dumb and so limiting to the canon of DC that it's no shocker that it was declined. He said that idea in some meeting with Geoff Johns probably, and Geoff Johns like, no, Zach, we're not doing that, because that just makes the DC universe small as fuck. That is probably how that went down. I have no inside scoops on that. I'm just saying that there wasn't many experts on DC working with Zack Snyder. The only expert they had was Geoff Johns at the time, who was the chief creative officer, so he was in charge of all the creative decisions, and Zack Snyder had a creative decision right there that was horrible, and he was rightly turned down, rightly so. So, another win for Geoff Johns. Of course, back when all the Justice League dirt was coming out, everybody threw Geoff Johns under the bus, saying he was a racist and stuff like that. And he definitely wasn't. He has a black wife, clearly not racist, mixed race child, etc., etc. And I remember that's the specific moment where all the Snyder fans turned on me, because I told them to their faces that they're idiots for even thinking Geoff Johns is even a remotely bad person or evil for doing his job. I remember that day still. Still yet to get an apology from the Snyder fans. Probably never will, because they worship Zack Snyder like a cult leader. Zack Snyder just, shares a really stupid idea, and they all think it's brilliant for some reason. It's wild. It's wild, his fan base. How he doesn't, denounce them or anything for all the shitty things they do online. All the movies they try to tank for no reason. And, this last weekend with Snyder-Con should be the final nail in the coffin. It should be like, all right, there you go. You got all your grifters exposed that were hyping up this event like something was going to happen. Like some announcement was going to happen. No announcement happened. They were hyping it up like Gal Gadot was going to be there. She wasn't there. They were hyping it up like you were going to see a new Green Lantern scene. Nope. None of that happened. All those grifters that prey on gullible fans that are mostly probably kids that have no idea when they're being taken advantage of. Meanwhile, I'm here on my YouTube channel, just keep speaking truth over and over and not getting a dime for it and never wanting a dime for it. I was right for years. I was right about Geoff Johns. I was right about Ray Fisher. Definitely Ray Fisher, who was just, never came out with any information. He said he was going to drop some information about Walter Amott. Nothing. Nothing came out. They never apologized to Ray Fisher. So I was right about that day one. I remember when all the Snyder fans came at me for that too. When I was being right. When I was saying something that was correct and true. Oh, and they tried to kill my channel several times. But it's never going to die. I'm always going to post videos and there's nothing they could do about it. There's nothing these little Snyder twerps can do about it. But anyway, that's probably going to be my last rant video on this Snyder topic, because it's dead. This fandom is remnants of the past, and one day they will turn on Snyder. It's bound to happen. They turn on everybody that's ever supported Snyder, and they will keep turning on everybody, and they will turn on Snyder himself one day. Just wait and see. Anyway, that's it for now. Zack Snyder had some bad ideas. People like Geoff Johns probably stopped him from doing those ideas. So you can thank Geoff Johns for saving the DC universe from all these bad ideas. And I'm glad Geoff Johns forced out Zack Snyder. If that's what happened, I'm glad it happened. Zack Snyder truly didn't care about DC canon or what happened in the comic books. He clearly didn't care. He just took the best highlights and made movies out of it. And it tricked me for a minute, but now I see the truth. He's just a kid in a sandbox playing with his toy figures of Batman and Superman, using his own headcanon that has nothing to do with the 80-year history of these characters. But now we got James Gunn, who does care about the history, the lore, all the comic artists and writers that came before. That's what James Gunn cares about. So I'm excited to see his DC universe, see what he does. And it's just sad to see Zack Snyder fall into this echo chamber that he's created for himself, where he has no real criticism pointed at him, and he just strokes his own ego with his really dumb fans. And that's going to be his legacy. It's sad. Anyway, that's it for now. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think. And unsubscribe if you're a Snyder fan, because I'm done with that stuff. So, yeah. Bye.
Because, the whole thing of like whether or not magic and the gods, there's a version where like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But like, there's also the more sort of scientific kind of, you have like a mythology built up of like, where do gods come from? Like, what is that about?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.